push you, and you've not even begun to walk through the valley yet.
Jon Moxley has finally broken his silence, and the wrestling world may never be the same. Just days after Seth Rollins' dramatic Money in the Bank 2025 victory, the AEW star and former Shield member delivered a scathing, unexpected response that's sending shockwaves through both WWE and AEW. Moxley didn't hold back, taking aim at his former brother with cryptic threats and biting sarcasm, leaving fans questioning what comes next. Is this the beginning of a forbidden door war, or a deeply personal vendetta coming to light? One thing's certain, Moxley's words have ignited chaos, and WWE's summer just got nuclear. A victory overshadowed, Seth Rollins' triumph meets a dark warning. The WWE Universe was still riding the adrenaline high from Seth Rollins' stunning Money in the Bank win. Rollins, clutching the briefcase that grants him the power to challenge any champion at any moment, looked unstoppable. Yet just as the celebrations began, an unexpected voice pierced through the excitement. Jon Moxley. Known now as AEW's most dangerous man, Moxley didn't just acknowledge his former Shield brother's success, he injected a chilling twist that promises to reshape WWE's entire summer storyline. Rollins' win, while monumental, is far from secure, because the greatest threat he faces may not come from inside WWE, but from the unpredictable wildcard standing across the wrestling landscape. Paul Heyman's faction, Roman Reigns' shadow, and Moxley's menacing presence. Seth Rollins' alliance with Paul Heyman's ruthless faction has made him nearly untouchable, while Roman Reigns lurks in the background, watching, calculating, waiting. The WWE world has been a powder keg of tension for months, and Moxley's sudden intervention adds an incendiary new layer that fans did not see coming. This isn't just backstage gossip or fleeting speculation, it's a game changer. The boundaries between WWE and AEW, once thought rigid, are now dangerously blurred. Moxley's comments threaten to pull both companies into a cross-promotional maelstrom the wrestling world has never witnessed. The backstage bombshell, Moxley's exclusive AEW interview. In a rare and exclusive backstage interview following an intense episode of AEW Dynamite, Moxley sat in a dimly lit room, his gaze cold and unyielding as he stared dead into the camera. His tone was sharp, dripping with equal parts sarcasm and menace. "Seth, congratulations on your little briefcase," he sneered, the words rolling off his tongue like poison. But then his voice dropped, thick with deadly seriousness. "But let me ask you something. You remember what happened the last time you held one of those? How's that working out for you now that Roman and Randy are waiting?" The camera zoomed in on Moxley's smirk, an unmistakable signal that this was no idle threat. "Might need your old friends after all. Too bad you burned those bridges." Psychological warfare. Moxley's warning to Seth Rollins. Those words carry weight. Moxley's pointed reference to Rollins' past betrayals, the bitter memories of shattered alliances and fractured brotherhoods, reveals a deep, simmering resentment that has never truly faded. This isn't just a message, it's psychological warfare. Seth Rollins' Money in the Bank briefcase, once a symbol of opportunity and power, has suddenly morphed into a psychological minefield. Moxley's cryptic warning at the end of his interview, "Sleep with one eye open," turns the briefcase into a looming curse hanging over Rollins' head. The man who once called himself the architect now finds himself building a house of cards that might collapse at any moment. Paul Heyman's calculated reaction, more than meets the eye? Backstage footage reveals Paul Heyman watching Moxley's comments with an intense, almost unnerving focus. The usually composed puppet master appears deeply unsettled, eyes narrowing, mind racing. Could Heyman be plotting a deeper game, a grander strategy beyond what the WWE Universe sees? Is he playing four-dimensional chess, using Moxley's return to manipulate both Rollins and Roman Reigns? The mystery thickens. Heyman's faction has ruled WWE's hierarchy with an iron fist, but Moxley's unpredictable fury threatens to rip it apart from the inside. Roman Reigns' silent storm. The Tribal Chief's reaction. Perhaps the most intriguing element in this explosive drama is Roman Reigns. The Tribal Chief, who has held WWE hostage with his dominance, watches from the shadows. Reigns' expression in response to Moxley's remarks is unreadable, a mask forged in years of calculated dominance and simmering conflict. Will Reigns stand firm beside Heyman and Rollins? Will he try to reconcile with his former brother and Shield teammate? Or will he quietly revel in the chaos as Moxley undermines the very faction he once belonged to? Roman's next move could change the entire WWE landscape forever. The fallout. Wrestling's most dangerous game unfolds. Jon Moxley's incendiary comments have transformed Seth Rollins' Money in the Bank victory from a moment of triumph into a psychological battlefield. With threats looming from inside WWE and a wild card from AEW, the lines between friend and foe blur with every passing second. The Shield's ghosts are back, haunting every corner of WWE, and no superstar is safe from the tension. As the drama escalates, the wrestling world is left to wonder, will Moxley insert himself into WWE's chaotic mix? Is this the start of a crossover war? Or will Paul Heyman's faction survive the storm? Join the conversation. What's your take on this wrestling war? Now it's your turn to weigh in. How do you think Jon Moxley's scathing comments will affect Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman's faction? Will Roman Reigns choose to fight alongside his former brothers or watch the empire crumble? Is this the beginning of an unprecedented AEW versus WWE storyline that will captivate wrestling fans worldwide? Sound off in the comments below. Smash that like button and subscribe for non-stop updates, breaking news, and deep dives into the hottest wrestling stories. Turn on your notifications because the Shield's ghosts are haunting WWE like never before, and the fallout is just getting started.